Major League Soccer FC Cincinnati vs. New York Red Bulls prediction, team news, lineups preview. FC Cincinnati will look to maintain their solid MLS form when they take on the New York Red Bulls at TQL Stadium on Sunday morning. The hosts are still unbeaten in the league this season with 12 points after 6 games, while the visitors are 4th in the Eastern Conference and just a point behind their opponents. Match preview. FC Cincinnati are one of only 2 sides in the Eastern Conference that are yet to taste defeat in the MLS this season, and extended their unbeaten streak to 6 matches W3D3L0 with a 1-1 draw away to Charlotte last weekend. Djibril Diani gave the hosts on the day the lead from the penalty spot at the hour mark after a lengthy review, but the Orange and Blue managed to find a 93rd-minute qualiser when Aaron Bupenza knocked home after some excellent interplay between substitutes Dado Valenzuela and Sergio Santos. With that result, the reigning Supporters' Shield winners maintained their place atop the Eastern Conference standings, but most in-tune followers of the Orange and Blue would likely agree that there is still plenty of improvement to be made. Indeed, Pat Noonan's side are in pole position and possess the best defensive record in the Division 3 goals conceded, but only 3 sides in the East have played at least 6 games and scored fewer than the 6 goals the FCC have netted this term. Those are Orlando City, New York City and New England, the bottom 3 sides in the Eastern Conference. The hosts have yet to concede a goal at TQL Stadium this season, though they will be without their first-choice goalkeeper Roman Celentano, who suffered an ankle injury during last weekend's trip to Charlotte. Meanwhile, with FCC, Inter Miami and Columbus Crew all playing out draws last weekend, the New York Red Bulls missed out on an opportunity to move to the top of the league table, as they also played to a 1-1 draw away to Orlando City. Lewis Morgan put the Red Bulls in front just 20 minutes into the match from the penalty spot, and they held on to the lead until the 89th minute when they conceded a Noah Ilone goal, which forced them to settle for a share of the spoils. That goal was Morgan's 6th of the season, which included a hat-trick against a Messi-less Herons side a week earlier. With that, the midfielder currently leads the top scorer charts this season and tied Carlos Vela's record set in 2019 for the most goals scored by an MLS player in the month of March. Under the guidance of Sandro Schwartz, NYRB have taken 5 points from a possible 12 so far this season, but they are winless in their last 2 and were fairly comfortably beaten 3-0 on their last trip to this venue back in October last year. Team news. Noonan confirmed in the week that Celentano will miss a couple of weeks, which means that the FCC boss will have to call upon one of his fairly inexperienced reserves, Alec Can or Evan Loro. Ken has only featured for the Orange and Blue 8 times in just over 2 seasons, while Loro has played exclusively for FC Cincinnati 2 since signing for the club in August 2022. London Aguido is the only other absentee and is set to remain on the sidelines for at least another month due to a leg injury that has prevented him from featuring so far this term. Red Bulls captain Emil Forsberg has now missed the last 2 games with a hamstring strain, and reports indicate that the Swedish international could be out of action until the end of the month. Jamaican midfielder Corey Burke picked up a groin injury after coming off the bench in the side's only loss of the season against the Columbus Crew and has been ruled out until the start of May. FC Cincinnati possible starting lineup: Can, Hagland, Miazga, Murphy, Yedlin, Kubo, Bucha, Mobuto, Acosta, Bupenza, Baird. New York Red Bulls possible starting lineup: Carlos, D. Nealis, Reyes, S. Nealis, Duncan, Jenger, Amaya, Stroud, Carmona, Morgan, Van Zier. We say, FC Cincinnati 1-0 New York Red Bulls. Both sides are coming into this match following fairly underwhelming performances last weekend and will be looking for a better showing this week. There is very little to separate these two on paper, but Cincinnati's defense, particularly at home, has been impressive and we feel they will be able to manage another shutout here. Thanks for your watching. Don't forget to click the subscribed button and hit the bell icon for more.